Sorry, right, sir. What you are wearing on your head is illegal.
What? I was in fancy dress. I was going to a fancy dress party, and I got hit by a cop car. You know, just driving along the road. I'm just going to a fancy dress party.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you by the state if one is available. Do you understand your rights?
Welcome, ladies and gents, to a long-awaited for BanterView #2, and it's been a little while since we've done one of these on the BanterCrew channel, but they're back, and we're gonna go ahead and do this now. So, our guest today on the BanterView, well, some say he's the best sax player, but they also said he did a duet with Ainsley Harriott making bread. All we know is he's called wOOkymoo.
Thank you, Juicy, for that fantastic intro.
You're welcome.
How you doing, buddy? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, man. I'm just hanging out. And how are you?
I'm very well, very well. Just happy to be, here. Looking forward to answering your questions.
Okay, well, we'll try not and get them, too sexual, but let's go. So one question is, what game started you streaming?
Okay, well, I suppose Arma Free Life, and I remember playing with you back in the day, Arma Free Life as well, playing medics and that type of thing. That was the first game that I really started streaming, and I used to absolutely love it. I just remember, all night, every night, just looking forward to getting home, get the OBS started up and start streaming. It was just such good fun to see what happened, in the game and what incidents took place. It was good fun.
And obviously, streaming and growing a community and speaking to people, does that make you, want to stream more and continue what you're doing?
I think so. I quite like talking to people in chat on. When I'm streaming live, it's always it's good to see what they say. Sometimes they lead you down a dark path, and you're wondering who these people are and what they're talking about. But most of the time, it's just good banter, and that's what we're all about.
And how much has gaming changed for you since you started streaming? Like if I could put it in a context, it'll be like Where do you think your gaming has improved with connecting to people via streaming?
Well, I did the first part of that first. I suppose what has changed since I started, and I think the gap between the biggest streamers and the smallest streamers has increased. The bigger streamers are just monstrous now, and the small streamers, I think it takes an awful lot of dedication to try and build up a community. It's difficult. You just got to put in the hours, I suppose. Put in the make sure you get your schedule up and going to get there. But no, it does seem to be that the really big guys are just like you just snowballs, and you just got to get to that point where you start snowballing.
And then you can join, and snowball each other at once.
Absolutely.
Alrighty then.
Snowball fights.
Oh no, it's not Christmas yet.
It's got to be done. Oh, it's got to be nearly Christmas.
Oh well, it probably will be by the time this BanterView goes. No, it won't. No.
No. But everybody needs a snowball fight now and again.
Oh, definitely. Freaking, especially a snowman with a carrot for a cock. So while we're on the subject of carrot, what's your favourite food, Wookie?
My favourite food is Chinese. I love Chinese. I love Chinese food and Japanese food, Asian food, I suppose you would call it. Wow. But I love it. I love it.
What do you like ordering from them? Is it the
roll? No. I tell you what, my most favourite dishes would be crispy shredded beef and like a Malaysian or Singaporean chow mein. And I love it. I know it's not quite lasagna, Juicy, but it's really nice.
Heartbroken.
Yeah, and I don't know whether Ainsley Harriott makes Chinese, but yeah.
Well, with them magical fingers, you'd think he would. What recording and streaming software do you use anyway? Because we're going off topic, and I guess this is about streaming. So, I'm sure many other people would be asking you, what do you use for streaming or recording?
Yeah, well, I use OBS. I find it the most sort of configurable, I suppose, to really get what you want in there as fast as you can and looking good. So I use that for streaming. I've tried some other software, but it's not really sort of grabbed me as much as OBS has, I suppose, and that's probably why it's the most popular. And for recording, I use a program called Action. Have you heard of that?
No, I've never heard of that.
It's it can stream as well, but it's very limited on its streaming. But for recording, it's just really good, and it uses, well, it seems to use on my computer at least, not a lot of processing power. Certainly less processing than OBS does for recording. So I use Action. It's quite good. Check it out.
Okay. Would you recommend it for people to use if they're starting off recording and streaming, or?
Yeah, well, I suppose if you're when you're starting out streaming, OBS is probably the best choice for streaming and recording. Action isn't free; you've got to pay for it. So I think it's I don't know I can't remember how much it is. It's not very much, but it's not a freeware program.
Right, and obviously you've got a very big like an episode or series on YouTube right now, which you've been uploading recently, which is Life is Strange.
Yeah. I've recorded all that with Action. That's the first sort of videos that I put up that are really long. They're like 2-hour segments, which is quite a mammoth thing to record at once. But it's such a great game. I really love recording it. It's just good. I don't think, on the recording software sort of side of thing, I don't think my computer would have handled 2 hours recording with Twitch, with OBS, sorry. But it seems to be okay with Action. It doesn't seem to impact the game at all either, which is good news.
Okay, and obviously for the series of Life is Strange, you edited it. So what program did you use to edit and render and whatnot?
Well, I use Cyberlink Power Director. It's not the most.
New one.
Yeah, I know it's not the most popular one out there, but it's something that I'd used quite a while ago for just doing like sort of videos and stuff, and I sort of just know how it works. And I've tried sort of Sony Vegas and a couple other programs, but they all seem really really good, but they're probably just a little bit too complicated for me. So Cyberlink Power Director is really easy. It's sort of drag and drop transitions, adding music, all that sort of stuff on a timeline, and it seems to be okay for me.
Okay, so would you recommend the game Life is Strange while we're on the subject of it?
Absolutely, Life is Strange is fantastic. It's really cheap as well. I think most of the time on Steam it's like £3-4. So it's a bargain, and there's 5 episodes. That's 10 hours of gameplay, but it's more like watching a film than playing a game. But the story is fantastic.
Wow, and so that's a good game. So would you recommend any other games alongside that, or?
Well, I suppose if I was going to name my top 3 games, I would say Call of Duty United Offensive. Have you ever heard of that one?
She's working out.
No, that must be a really old one.
It is.
Wow.
It is. It's a really old one. When I first started playing computer games, to be honest, that was back probably just when broadband came into existence. Yeah, United Offensive. Obviously, the Call of Duty series. It was the second Call of Duty game that came out. I added tanks into that game, and used to play that 24 hours a day. It was absolutely fantastic. All good fun.
Yeah. Could be another game.
Obviously, the game me and you are most probably known for playing is H1Z1, or H1Z1 as the Americans call it.
Whoop, Dream Team.
Friday night, Dream Teams on BanterCrew.
Wow.
I'm gonna kick you down.
Well, I'm sure we've got loads of highlights across all BanterCrew channels of H1Z1. Do you have a favourite one out there right now? What's available to watch?
I think I think it was like the 3rd or 4th time that we were doing like the Dream Team, and we've gotten down to top positions quite often. We got down. Actually, I think we won a match, both of us, and that was the night that I hadn't been recording. Do you remember that?
Oh my god, it was literally. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was the night you said. What was it? You posted on the forums, didn't you, the next day saying, "Oh, I lied to Juicy. I actually forgot to click start recording."
Cool.
Yeah, wow. I had the preview on OBS all the way through the night, thinking I was streaming, but Obviously, I
Where I
wasn't.
need to be,
So
but
didn't
I'm
record it.
not
I was gutted because we owned that game. You know,
Got the
both of
emoji.
us survived to the end, which was great.
Oh, okay.
And then a few games after that, we came down. I think you finished off about third. Because of the gas got you as we were on top of the hill, and I managed just to go down and hide in a dip, and we just got a lucky shot on the last guy. I couldn't really see him. I just sort of assumed the area where he is and just emptied my magazine into it, and one on. I seem to remember my celebration at the end of that was the most funniest
I'm
thing.
still alive.
I need to buy one more crate. Go on to the market.
Oh man, I tell you what, wherever these cars are, they must be right next to me because the circle is so small. Oh, I see one. I thought I did. There he is. Shit. Oh, I took a
Maybe
shot.
I'm
That was
now.
bad news.
It was at this
CSGO in it. This is what this is.
Oh, I killed him. Oh, I got one. I got one. I won. I fucking won. Come on, the BanterCrew. I'm not gonna. Oh my god. Short time to celebrate. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Did you actually?
I won. I fucking killed him. Whoop, whoop.
Wow. So would you like streaming to be your full-time job?
I'll pump it up for you.
Pump it up. No, probably not. No, I think I enjoy it as a hobby. You know, anything's possible, I suppose, but it's a good hobby. I love talking to people, but you hear about sort of other YouTubers and streamers, people like NerdCube and Man in the Wood and Sci Syndicate. Those guys, and you see how much effort they're putting into their channels, making like 3-4 YouTube videos a day, then streaming late into the night to try and get the US involved, and they're doing that every day, sort of 7 days a week. You need to be really sort of dedicated, I suppose, to do that. And I'm not the youngest streamer in the world, I'm not the oldest streamer in the world, but I'm probably not in the right age to do that.
Okay. But you say this is like just like a main hobby.
It is, yeah. I love talking to people. In chat, especially when I'm gaming. Obviously, with the BanterCrew on the TeamSpeak channel. I love to invite people into the TeamSpeak as well to have a chat with us. It's always normally a good laugh. That's what I really like about it, and chat with people.
Okay, so do you have anything regarding to what your stream offers compared to other streams? Is there anything that you offer compared to big streams out there? Competitive?
I suppose the difference between sort of big streamers and streamers like myself, small with a small sort of following, is that they can't keep up the chat. It's just impossible. You go into Sci Syndicate's chat and it just like scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. You just can't keep up with it. Whereas I really try to engage with people and chat with people. And I always will try and keep that as I grow the channel. Hopefully, is to keep that sort of communication going with the viewers.
I'm guessing that would be what you like about Twitch the most and all is that you have a communication with other people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's good, and obviously we get to play games and have a bit of a laugh with it, and hopefully people have a laugh along with us.
Okay, and do you have any interesting facts about yourself? Like, we already know loads about your stream already. For those who don't, wOOkymoo is a legend. But do you have any interesting facts about you as a streamer?
As a streamer, not particularly, I don't think. Well, I suppose I'm one of these guys that love building stuff. So when I started the channel, the main thing that I really liked was setting up the software, configuring it, all that sort of thing. I love doing that stuff. I remember in the past that I set up a a shoutcast radio station about 10 years ago, you know, and tried to do that, you know, but I love setting it up. Maybe the ideas don't last as long, but I love setting stuff up like that and configuring software. It's good fun.
Do you have a favourite clip which shows off your stream by any chance in your personality or anything like that?
I suppose.
Or just a favourite clip in general?
So favourite clip in general, yeah. I suppose, you know, one of my all-time favourite clips is the fire truck disaster, which was a stream highlight. I think it's on my YouTube channel. It came about. Me and do you remember Timmy from Arma Free Life?
Oh my god.
Yep. We were the only two medics on the server, and we decided we were going to play around with the fire truck, you know, and just go out and have a bit of a laugh. It wasn't a very busy server, and we got a call in to say this guy was trapped underneath a mini. So off we went, hightailed it down Main Street, you know, people trying to get on the fire engine and all sorts while we're there, and we pull up at this mini. So Timmy gets out and goes and tries to help these guys that have had this car accident. I'm sort of hanging back and keeping an eye on the area just in case there was anything, but he was in pretty much control. But the guy was stuck underneath the mini, and we couldn't get him out. So it was sort of bugged out, and so everybody that was there, and there was about sort of 4 or 5 of us, I suppose, was saying, "Oh no, try the fire engine, try pushing the mini out the way." And I thought, well, I don't know about this, and it took a bit of convincing, but in the end we said, okay, so now I'm going to try and push this mini out of the way using the fire engine, and you know, obviously I think this is probably playing in the background, so I'll let everybody see what happened next.
We can get to him inside.
God, that must be terrible.
Yeah. I don't think I can even push this mini out of the way with a fire truck.
Push the mini off of him. There you go.
And with your favourite clip, there's also a quote going around with you right now, isn't there? Those who haven't heard it, there's something going on with wOOkymoo and the Windows key. Would you like to explain?
I don't know if anybody's actually got this recorded in their highlights somewhere, because I don't have it on my channel, but yeah, I probably should explain, because it comes up all the time when we're streaming. I think we were playing, is it Miscreated?
Yep, was at the gas station and...
Yeah, at the gas station.
And,
who was I stood next to?
He was stood next to me.
Was it you?
He was, yes.
Okay, well, generally what was happening is that...
Twice it happened.
Twice it happened, yeah. I was trying to configure something on my OBS, you know, because we just started playing this sort of game, and to switch channel from like sort of borderless window to the OBS, I was hitting my Windows key. But I didn't realise that the Windows key in Miscreated is the melee attack. And I kept hitting you, didn't I?
Good.
And we did it like twice or so, and I was getting so much grief from everybody going, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, it's my Windows key." And it's sort of stuck ever since then, hasn't it?
And I'm going to quote back to when we introduced you at the start of the video, that best sax player. And is this by any chance, obviously when we first met you, you showed us your YouTube channel, which is coming on along very good, can I say?
Thank you.
And we saw that we were scrolling through past videos, and we saw this video of you playing a sax. That's really interesting. I like the sound to it. We've roasted you a little bit based on the saxophone, but one night in particular you decided to stream you playing it.
Yeah.
How did that go for you?
Well, I was very, very drunk, I think. But actually, I was quite surprised I managed to get a couple of notes out of it, to be honest.
Well, you did really well. If I could say anything based on the X Factor, I'll say it's a yes from me, but then towards the end it was a no from me.
Yeah. Was that the bit where it all started squeaking?
That was the last blow, and you ran out of air on it.
I did. I ran out of air. Beer does that when you drink beer. You tend to run out of air.
It does. Wow. On the rest of your past videos, we came across a bread making video.
Bread, eh?
Bread. I don't know if anyone's out there have seen it or not, but if not, I'm guessing probably get it in this video as a behind us as we're speaking. But can you explain what actually made you want to do a bread making video?
Well, I think it's one of the first videos I uploaded to YouTube. I might have had some Lord of the Rings stuff before that, just for Lord of the Rings clan I was in. But it was certainly one of the first, and I was really into making sort of bread, artisan bread, any type of bread. I used to love it, you know, really good stress reliever after a hard day at work. And I just thought, well, you know, I'm making all these videos maybe for games, you know. Well, I just try a bread making video, so I did. I didn't expect anybody to watch it, you know, but it was just like, as I said before, I quite like making stuff, you know, or trying to work out how to do stuff. So it's very much a case of let's try and work out how to make a bread video, and it's been up on the YouTube video, up on the YouTube channel for about 3 years now, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's got over 12,500 views.
Now that is a lot of views. Like you look at the rest, and then you just look at the bread one. Like that is the tip of the iceberg for that channel right now. That bread video.
And I'm thinking actually that maybe I should quit the gaming malarkey and just go into making bread videos, streaming live on Twitch.
That'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting.
And this is watching the bread dough rise section. I'm just going to wait here for 2 hours. Just watch this bread slowly rise. Do you reckon we could catch on?
It probably could. I mean, you could probably also, you know, dance around in your kitchen like Ainsley Harriott and other chefs like that. And you can also say, as we knead the dough, we slowly push the pressure onto the nice, soft, rubbery dough. But let's not. No one edit that. We don't want any. Okay.
Oh dear.
And for your stream, is there any game out there in the future, or you know, even now, what you're looking forward to streaming?
Well, I don't know whether you know this. I quite like sci-fi games. I quite like space games, and I've been playing sort of like Elite Dangerous, Kerbal Space Program, those type of games. But what I'm really looking forward to is Star Citizen. Which is still in early release. The game's not even sort of half completed yet. They've just got a couple of modules that allow you to walk around and do a bit of fighting in space. But this is like one of the biggest crowdsourced or crowd-funded games ever. There's like millions and millions of pounds put into this game. It's going to be absolutely huge.
Okay. And do they have characters in that game?
Yeah. It's like a first-person shooter as well. So to put it into, I suppose, an easy way, you know, you can get on a ship, you can go solo and explore the endless sort of you know, pre-generated galaxy or procedural generated galaxy. You can also get in somebody else's ship and man a station, so like damage control, or you know, you be a helmsman or on guns or whatever. You know, then you can fly off, you can land on a planet, go and explore the planet, mine it, you know, do all sorts. It really is a game of an epic scale. If you can think of what you want to do, you can do it, but you can do it with all your mates as well. Even to the extent that you can get huge battle stars, you know, I'm talking Battlestar Galactica here, with like 1,000 people inside it in all little fighter ships, you know, a full-on deck, you know, with the command crew launching the fighters to intercept other people's fighters, you know, big wars, like on the scale of Eve online, you know.
Eve is an interesting game.
Yeah, it is. I played that on and off for a while, but I've sort of moved away from liking subscription models now, so I tend not to play Eve because
I'll upload.
Yeah.
And is there any character you like in particular out of the game?
Well, at the moment it's still sort of very much early, so there's no real sort of characters set up there as such. But you basically play yourself, so it's like Arma Crew. That's the best way I can play it. Yeah.
If there's obviously there isn't a character in that game that you like, but is there any other game characters that you like? I know recently you played a lot of Chivalry. Is there any character out of that you like?
Yeah, I love that game, Chivalry. It's really good fun, and the Vanguard class I love. You know, with the big swords, you know, whacking it over your head, you know, stabbing people from a great distance. It's awesome fun. That is a good fun game.
And screaming, of course.
And screaming, absolutely.
Okay. What advice would you give to small streamers that are starting out? Or YouTubers?
Or YouTubers, yeah, I think you just got to be yourself. Don't try too hard. You know, just be who you are. Don't try and be something you're not.
Well, that's why I failed then, aren't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Wookie, can I just say something real quick? You've inspired me to play certain games like Construction Simulator and really, you know, dig in that game. Kappa kappa slash slash.
Excuse the pun. Dig in that game. I like what you did there.
I didn't mean to do that.
It was good.
Okay.
You're just so smooth. That's what it is.
Wow. So yeah, I've been digging that game, but you may have also inspired other people to stream. What feeling does that give you?
It's really good. You know, it's a fantastic it's a fantastic thing to do. You know, it's great to stream. Once you, I think, you know, if you like gaming, you're gonna love streaming because, you know, it's just fun. You know, you get loads of tips and tricks. You know that you wouldn't even have thought of. You know, when I first played in Subnautica, you know, I had people in my chat on like a Sunday afternoon when I used to stream that sort of regularly, and they would give me loads and loads of tips, stuff that I would never have found out on my own unless I paid for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And it was just really good to bounce stuff back off them. Say, oh no, you know, you're saying that. You know, what about this? And they give you an answer or so. And that's just one of the things. And also, you know, when you're playing, you know, people pick up stuff from you that you're doing as well. And so it's like sharing the gaming experience, which is really cool. And you know, I encourage everybody to do it.
And Subnautica's been a big part of your stream, hasn't it? Very recently, when they've brought out the recent update.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I try and stream Subnautica. I love going back to it. I think at some points I might be the only person on Twitch streaming it, but I do love going back to it. It's a beautiful looking game. The mechanics are all great. It runs really smooth. Obviously, that's another game in early alpha. We seem to be playing lots of early alpha games these days. Stuff that's not sort of finished. So every sort of update, I try and get back into it. But it's still early days for that one. There's still lots more to come from that team.
Oh, definitely. And very quickly now, because we're literally running out of time, but what would you like to say to all your followers, donators on your stream, and subscribers for your YouTube, and Twitter followers, and basically all the people that have supported you?
Yeah, I think, you know, every time I see the follow alert come up on Twitch, from like Hitbox or from you know, from there as well, or when I see somebody's liked a video or subscribed to my YouTube channel, I get the biggest grin on my face. You know, wherever I am, I could be at work, you know, walking around my mobile or something, the email comes up saying you have a new sort of subscriber on YouTube, and like the smile is instant. I said, yes, that's fantastic. You know, I love it, and I love it when people enjoy the content that I'm doing and give me feedback about it. It really does make it, you know, all worthwhile. It really does, and I say thank you to everybody that's ever watched a video of mine.
Okay, so thanks for watching this BanterView with wOOkymoo. It's been a pleasure to have you here, Wookie, by the way.
Thank you, Juicy. Thank you. It's been good fun.
Okay, and if you want to see the other BanterView that we did, which was with wOOkymoo and my missus, then click, I don't know, on the screen somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be.
It'll be there somewhere.
We'll put a little thing in the top right or something. I don't.
Clickety click.
Click clickety click.
Click clickety click. That's it.
Click and click. We might even, you know, freaking Windows key it. I'm joking.
Windows key it.
Windows.
I knew that was gonna come back.
Alrighty then. Thank you, Wookie.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Okay. I can't hear it. We must be. Oh my god! Get up! Oh my god, we're miles away. Me too. Okay. He's eating. We're just going to put the pedal to the metal. There's another ship gone. Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me.
It was going right back to when I used to play World of Tanks, and I still play World of Tanks quite a bit, but I predominantly, it was more people on YouTube rather than live Twitch streaming that I watched, and it was more getting into when a new tank came out to find out the tank review and stuff and how it went in battles and stuff, and it sort of that's what gave me the bit of a buzz and stuff. And some of my very first videos I've actually done, they weren't actually streamed, they were recorded and then put onto YouTube.